I'm Sami Rono from University of Nairobi. I would like to deliver a powerful speech that will go in history and will build the Hustler nation as united. Hustler is a person who is aggressive, hardworking person who knows how to get around problems. An hustler is a person who always sees opportunity on horizons and strives in toils to discover the highlands in the midst of oceans and seas by just looking around the offshores of the large masses of water. It's never oxymoric to say hustler and laugh hustler. Hustler for a long time has been the avenue of the elite to venture on their personal interest at the expense of the dreamer. We need to stand out as Kenyans and combine knowledge and wisdom to make an impact that will enable us live in unity and as hustlers and dreamers who are yet to unleash their ambition. They say leave those who are dreaming to dream and stand out to be a loomlight of change by chasing your own dream. Bringing a dream into reality requires determination and readiness to conquer the unbelievable chances that are around you. Winston Churchill once said that the road to greatness is knowing your path and moving from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Your Excellency, try to get cornerstone that will drive you to continue fighting for your own ambition, bringing into reality without losing hope, and because God and hustlers are with you in this. Your Excellency, you need to literally use the challenges that come your way to be an affirmative of the best that you could be. Hustler narrative is an idea that has gained its national conversation at the amicable time. Kenya is a country for once never misses an opportunity to miss an opportunity. What I mean is, hustler with its own new rejuvenation is an idea whose time has come, where the hustlers have realized that it's now their time to arise and shine, as it is written in the Bible in the book of Psalms 60 verse 1. Hustler uplifting needs to be a national agenda that we need to focus on as leaders of this country and how to improve the long-term avenue that has navigated you leaders to the position of being answerable to the services of this mother country, Kenya. Leaders need to work together in this country to bring forth a responsible leaders who, by any chance and reasons, need to quench thus not on personal gains, but focus on individual at the grassroots level. We as the hustlers of this country should be an avenue of change. We shall not allow, and we ought not to allow to be attracted by the ethnic low voltage warlords, because this country is a great country and deserve the best. By so doing, this country will realize its potential. The balkanization of this country is what really worries me. We as the hustlers of this country should stand out as united. It's either now or ever now. To the youths of this country, for a very long time we have been told stories on different occasions that we are the future leaders of this country. To my observation, this narrative has turned out to be a cliche. We are on the same submarine with our fathers trying to make the ends meet in the 21st century. Instead of standing out as wildflowers, we are at times forced to be subdued as if our time has not yet been. We need to open our eyes and focus on the fortune that lies on standing out together as united voice of reasons that will be a powerful voice of change after the Almighty God voice. If we go down to history, we learn that every generation God has planned for them to set a landmark whose efforts and toils, their sweats will still smell 50 or 100 years to come. As young intellectuals, we need to stand out and focus on how we are going to set a landmark. We need to unanimously be a will and a way for our fathers who have been pacesetters to be proud of us and one time say, "Oh thee, I brought up this young man and woman to the spotlight, and he or she owes the future enough light that will enable the innocent soul to trace their pathway well and be a dream that was one time prophesied as it will be in Martin Luther's powerful speech, 'I have a dream.' For us as youths to unbridle this championship, our political fathers should come together and unite and have a national conversation that will not tolerate graft, ethnicity, and corruption. Barack Obama once said that the bad politics on tribal lines and ethnicity is a bad governance that will tear our country apart. He went ahead and said that the awful coin given out as a bribe need to be put on a man's pocket who have done a remarkable honest work. Kenya is a great country with great minds that even the overseas countries envy, but we need to bring everybody on board and have an engagement on the plight of the citizens. what the Mama Mboga needs at hand and what the Boda Boda brigades wish to have in their pocket should be a grave matter that need to be taken into serious consideration. This will be an avenue that will one time go in history as a voice of reason that was allowed to govern this country. Our politics needs to be articulated based on ideas, texts that will bring the contextual and the one that will allow the jurisprudence of the citizens be heard and observed. It's too late for our responsible leaders to look at the talos of fellow leaders and pinpoint the failures as a way of competing. A highly rankable competition is where everybody is brought on board with fair hearings and engagement. Pouring insult won't help, but will steer conflict that might take decades for us to trace back the failure. We need to know that failure is part and parcel of us, just like oxygen. No one here, even the expertise, can claim that they are breathing pure oxygen. Even the preserved ones in the ICU chambers don't lack minute chaffs and dust. But does it hinder us from living? No. Let us change the notion that if by any chance this position of president and deputy president is not from our tribe, then we are not part and parcel of the current government. We will be seen as lesser citizens than others. Mwalimu Julius Nyerere used to tell the Tanzanians that how can it be in 21st and 20th century we talk about tribe as a basis of mobilization. We mobilize on basis of ideas. We don't have the fundamentals. If we engage in any debate with people from different ethnical groups, the idea is which tribe is larger to combine with other tribes that can win, so that we can win the votes. This amnesia, which is now becoming part of our political DNA, is the one that we must be worried on. The tragedy, however, is that the country is now polluted with ethnical mark that the voices of reasons cannot be heard even in their purest tones. Leaders need to know that being a leader, you need to be flexible and ready to advocate change and accept it since it is an idea whose time has come. I want to lay a powerful message to our beloved Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Your Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, it's never oxymoric to say hustlers and love hustlers. Continue to combine the knowledge and wisdom to make an impact to the hustlers of this country. Your Excellency, to literally challenge yourself every now and then to be the best that you could be. Your Excellency, I won't have a problem if you aim high and miss, but I will have a real issue if you aim low and hit. You are a great man in this country, and we respect you and love you so much. Your Excellency, a mother country, Kenya, coding your bottom-up economic reform, has proven to the hustlers that saying you can, or if you think you can't, then you are right. You need to be an hour earlier than a minute late. Your Excellency, you have proven to the world that you can stand out to be an icon. You always take the challenges by your side and maneuver it the best way that you could have all the days of your life. Serving God should be a continuous habit and not an act. Don't ever forget that. I know, Your Excellency, that you are tough, but never forget to be kind and humble, as you have always been, since this is the start of a journey of 1,000 miles. Your Excellency, make sure you serve in style bigger than your ego. Ego is the anesthesia that doubles the pain of stupidity. And you being a wise leader, your track record has proven to the nation that indeed you deserve to be the 5th President of the Republic of Kenya. Your Excellency, you have taught Kenyans that in order to make an impact, you need to find your own broom. The more you sweep your gym life, the way you are attracting people so that you can impact them. Let this be a parable that might revisit for clarity. You have continuously fought politics based on tribal lines and articulated your agenda based on ideas that favors us as hustlers. Your Excellency, don't listen to the criticism of those people. Tell yourself every single day to shoot the stars, to be the best that you could be, because good enough couldn't be good enough, it could be better, and better couldn't be good enough, but rather best. Your Excellency, the bottom up you are in right now, remember this, struggling to walk can also be a great foundation for you to grow. Your Excellency, the bottom line you are in right now, remember this, struggling to walk can also be a great foundation for you to grow. Be bold, because God and hustlers who want to embrace change are by your side. No matter how the rough the sea is, keep on standing. Your Excellency, you have proven to the citizens that it's never wrong to do the right thing, but how you do it matters. The need be for a wide consultation and engagement matters, and that's everything needed to be done to avoid misfortunes. Your Excellency, in everything you are going through right now, you need to be grateful for the opportunity. Despite the challenges you are going through, you will make it. Your Excellency, life might throw tremendous blows at you. Remember this, that life is a puzzle that you are handed over. Use your puzzle well. Your Excellency, all greatness starts with a failure, because when you succeed, you party, and when you fail, you paddle, and all greatness comes from paddling situation. Your Excellency, it's good because you have realized and prioritized the need of hustlers and transformation they want. Hustlers are tired of fighting each other and have embraced peaceful negotiation that is amicable, since the history of violence has not yet bared something to be proud of. Hustlers have realized and proven that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again but expecting different results. Let us embrace peace and unity in our country. Your Excellency, it's not what you go through that determines where you will end up, it's who you listen to. Try to listen to the right voices of reasons of Mama Mboga and Boda Boda and hustlers at large. I think right now you are walking a valley between two voices. One is wasting, one is worth. One is gratitude, one is grumbling. One is blame, one is faith. Because every time you break in every way that you break in suggests for you to give up, for you to fall apart. But there is also an opportunity to get stronger and get faster and get tougher and get more stable and get more better. Your Excellency, you are a man on a mission. Remember, only the strong will survive. The fight isn't over. The fight has just begun. And you have the opportunity to show to the world that what you are really made of. Your Excellency, you ought not to be worried. Don't care about what they say, because you have numbers and you are not bound by their insult. Don't retreat. What you stand for, everybody will know what you represent and what the hustlers are proud of. You got a staying power. You are coming to victory. Your Excellency, nobody knows whether he or she is doing the right thing or the wrong thing. They only come to realize the fate of their actions once they bear the consequences. Your Excellency, they say human nature is naturally inclusive. What fuels conflict is the greed for something. Animal nature is naturally exclusive. That's why it sets boundaries. You cannot tame a wild animal and expect it to be accommodative to everyone that comes to visit you. Your Excellency, people should not discount the time that we exist and the history, how different things take off. As human beings in this planet, we are the peak of evolution and change. We need to embrace the idea whose time has come and enlighten our IQ and make our evolution progressive. Your Excellency, don't struggle trying to explain your purpose to everyone. At different times in history, different things take off. And since human beings have the most complex neurological system and they have the highest level of cerebral capability, that means they can think, they can have memory of your excellent track records and the fantastic sense of imagination. Your Excellency, right now, what is funny is our own mind has imprisoned us. What happened the last 10 years, we still suffer. And what will happen the day after tomorrow, we still suffer. All this is because we lack the discipline of our faculty. Such kind of suffering is beyond repair, since we are suffering our abilities and capabilities and building castles in the sky. Your Excellency, all the things we do on earth, we do it for our own pleasure. If your body becomes pleasant, we call this health. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it pleasure. If your mind becomes pleasant, we call it peace. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it joy. If your emotion becomes pleasant, we call it compassion. If already life energies become pleasant, we call it blissfulness. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it ecstasy. If your surrounding become pleasant, we call it success. Only for this last one, to make your surrounding pleasant, we need to cooperate many forces around us. That is national unity, peace, and harmony. Your Excellency, it's now the right time for people to realize their existence and the purpose in life. Kenyans only know that they exist because of their conscience. Suppose you fell asleep, you don't know that you exist, isn't it? To increase your consciousness, you need to ask yourself what you have done to the society. Youths, let us embrace peace and let's not allow the evil warlords to influence us negatively to fight each other. We don't have to be goal oriented. We need to decide and be ready to negotiate all wings that will devote us to the process of achieving peace, love, and unity. Your Excellency, sometimes your challenges are over tasting medicine, but you being the patient, you need it. Sometimes life can hit you on your head and you need a break, but don't give up. Thank you very much for your Excellency. As I end up this powerful speech best suited to you, our Deputy President, let it be known that you are a man on a mission. Your time is limited, so don't waste it by living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by the diagma living with the results of other people's thinking. Your Excellency, don't let the voice of other people's opinion drown your own voice of reason. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition of who truly you want to become. Thank you, Your Excellency, for listening to this powerful speech that will go in history. We as the hustlers, we ought not to step back, but stand with you in 2022 succession politics.